that the center has brought to the trade union movement in Uganda. I therefore do not want to agree with some of you who come up arguing that yes, we must enjoy our right to freedom of association. We can be able to enjoy this freedom of association within the context. For example, I'm so much against this multiplicity of trade unions, and I would want, brothers and sisters, that you really take this matter very serious. Because now, what is wrong if you want to operate as what even the irony I'm actually failing to understand here is, why, for example, would the scientists break off? Because one of the things I understood at that time was that the leadership of UNATU argued that we do not want discrimination when the government was raising salaries of the scientists. UNATU stood and said, we do not want discrimination. We are all teachers. And they were very vocal on that point. I remember Philibert stood very strongly together with his executive, supporting and standing for that position. We don't want discrimination because we are all brothers and sisters. Why would anyone be persecuted for having such a stand? Okay, scientists broke off. Why would there be another union for humanities? When actually, even what the leadership of the union was advancing was specifically in the best interest of even the teachers that are now claiming to be having a union for humanities. They said we don't want arts. Teachers for art subjects must be treated in the same way like teachers for science subjects. But now see what has happened now. Even the people whom the leadership of the union stood for are now saying, no, we also want to form. Then the reason is now not about freedom of association. The reason now is about destruction of UNATU. And we cannot support that. And I want to appeal to you brothers everywhere, wherever you are. Don't support the process of actually you must condemn. Why would we see a trade union being split and destroyed and the leadership is just watching? We do not want to stand in solidarity with the brothers who are being attacked for standing up for the rights of the workers. That will not be fair, because the intention now is not about freedom of association. The intention now is destruction of UNATU. That must go down very clear on record. And you, the teachers, wherever you are, do not be used to fight your own cause. Please stand firm and defend what you believe to be right. People may fight you now, but you will emerge victorious. I would want to think that we should be able to fight wars which are useful wars. Because for me, I would agree. For example, if there is a major disagreement, where you even now have to seek for other trade union leaders, or leaders, wherever they are, to be able to help you resolve your differences, but within the context of a single trade union. I do not want to see, I don't believe in this thing of saying for us, we are from a university, we must have our own union because we are more highly educated, we are lecturers. You people, you are jokers. Every time I look at you, I just laugh at you. Sometimes I look at lecturers at the university. For us, we are forming an association. My friend, that association of yours is very useless. It cannot even take you anywhere. Better join together with your other colleagues in the trade union movement. Let us have one single union for the teachers. Speak as one entity. If you want to have special recognition from within, it is okay. You can say, okay, for us as the lecturers, we want to come together, but within the single umbrella body. For us as the secondary school teachers, we want to come together and discuss things which are peculiar within the single union. For us as primary teachers, we want to come together. It is okay, but within the context of a single union. Do not split and try to put yourself aside thinking you are more important. This is not the best way we are going to build the trade union movement in Uganda. Actually, this kind of conduct is responsible for denying workers their rights. Because we the leaders, every time we have positional access to leadership, we are really using leadership in the wrong way. We actually take advantage of the situation to be able to promote our own cause, our own interests. This is not right. The last time I remember, I spoke these things to the medical workers. I saw doctors, they said for us, we want to have our own union. Nurses, our own union. Allied health, our own union. Now support staff, where do they fall now? This kind of split is not good. It is not right. You come together, all of you, as health workers, with a single union. You are more powerful, even as doctors, you will achieve your interests there with a lot of ease. As nurses, you are going to achieve your interests there with a lot of ease. As allied health workers, you will achieve your interests there with a lot of ease because you are one union. If you want some level of semi-autonomy, discuss from amongst yourselves to say now, okay, for us as a nurses union, we shall have this structure. But within a single union, for us as allied health workers, we will have this structure. Within a single union, for us as doctors, we shall have this structure. Within a single union, and you all come together to negotiate with the government, you will create an impact. Stop wasting time and doing things which are not going to benefit you. Because sometimes you are doing these things because you don't know. And when we try to advise you, you think we are against you. We are not against you. We are actually for you. But it is you who is acting out of ignorance to destroy the common good, the cause of the workers in Uganda. We would want, therefore, to think that every time we talk about freedom of association, freedom of association should not take you to an island. Freedom of association should keep you together with these people sometimes whom you think are not important. Those are the ones who are going to help you to enjoy your rights. Because like I've told you, trade union is about numbers. It is about numbers. Even if someone is a cleaner, that cleaner in the time of a struggle will help you to enjoy your right. Even if someone is just maintaining a garden, do not disrespect that person. That person will help you at a certain stage to enjoy your right. And these things, you people do not know. You don't understand these things. You are just acting out of ignorance because you are looking at something which is there today. You are not looking at tomorrow. So we want to appeal to you, brothers and sisters. Sometimes if I'm using a language which is not very palatable, just you bear with me because I'm dealing with a people who are really stiff-necked. You brothers and sisters, you are so stiff-necked. You are doing things that are not going to help you. They are leading you to destruction. And me, I'm advising you as a mature person, as an elder, as an experienced person, as a practitioner. And every time we speak these things, you will sit there. There is one time someone who told me, no, I'm a doctor, I understand it. I am able to, I can be even able to do operation and really deal with issues internally. The stomach for you cannot manage. Yes, I may not manage, but in this field, I'm advising you, my dear. You will also not manage, especially with that approach you are taking. Because you must be able to understand very well that here, the way things work is totally different from the way you are dealing with operation. If you go to the theater, that is not how trade unionism works. In the theater, you're there, I'm going to agree. I will stand up and salute you for the great work you are doing. But in the trade unionism here, you must listen. If you are going to bring ignorance from the other side that you think it's going to work here, it is not going to work. You must listen and understand that trade unionism, this is how we must work and maintain that solidarity. That is going to help government listen to us. For you doctors, you all teachers, you can come up and say, oh, for me, I'm educated, I've got my PhD in medicine or whatever. In human medicine. I therefore, when I speak, government will listen. You are a joker of the year. Which government is going to listen? Government interests are not shaken by your education. If you disturb, they will quickly get another person to do the work and put you at the side there. Don't play with government. Government is not a joking institution. Government can even eat its own people. Then for you are here telling me that I have got a PhD in medicine. You will just suffer with your PhD there. I'm telling you. So when we are talking about trade unionism, for us, we want to emphasize the issue of numbers, and these numbers of people who are united, not disjointed, not segregated, not promoting a small professional group. So these things here, brothers and sisters, I would therefore want to appeal to everybody in this whole struggle to really appreciate the major pillars of trade unionism. That even when you practice what you call your rights, don't break the pillar. Because it is on that pillar that you are able to enjoy your right. It is on that pillar that you are able to advance what you need. But some of us, we have not understood trade unionism. We simply wake up, come tomorrow, start speaking English. Sometimes when you speak to people who are as ignorant as you are, some people think you are making a point. There is no point you are making. Times are going to come when things are going to become very hard for you, and you realize that you are not going anywhere. I therefore want to suggest, brothers and sisters, that we try to rise up from all these mistakes that we have made, and let us correct these things. By the way, all these things I'm raising, the ultimate aim is to make sure that we correct. It's not condemnation. I'm not condemning you. I'm not passing judgment. But I have to speak to you so that you can now be able to come back, sit down and begin examining what is it that we must be able to do so that we can move forward together. And even though we may have these disagreements, don't establish a platform. Like now I have a platform, I'm using this platform to fight an organization which has brought you to the level where you are. Because sometimes when I see like now UNATO, I saw some of the colleagues who have come just recently are attacking the leadership of UNATO and insulting them. Really? And then you want some of us to agree with you, to stand with you. You'll fight it yourself alone. Actually, you are going to be isolated. If you cannot respect, yes, it is fine, your union has been registered. Just simply do work for your members. Don't go ahead and start attacking a union that has stood the ground and the leaders are even being persecuted for standing. Then you also want to come to continue attacking them. No. I don't think that is right. Similarly, back to the unions in the private sector. It is not right, brothers and sisters, for us to have unions in the private sector that have got no members. And some of us do not even want to organize members. We fear members. That when members come into the unions, they are going to overthrow us. You rather remain a general secretary of 5 members than have members who are going to overthrow you. This is what some of you think. This is not right. These trade unions are not our personal properties. Trade unions, we found them here. We represent workers, time come, we will leave. We have unions that have lived for decades here, but there are no members. People are no longer organizing. Either they just don't know how to organize, or they just don't want to organize, or they have been overpowered. They know how to organize, but they have been overpowered. But how do they build solidarity for them to get membership? This is not a good thing, because we must unionize. We must get people to understand, and not just to ask them to join unions. We must prove to them that we have a service we are going to give. And when we promise, at least let's try. I know we are not perfect. We may not be able to deliver a perfect service to the members, but we must at all times keep trying to ensure that we organize members in the trade unions so that the unions can be the strength for us to be able to negotiate. There is nobody who is going to respect an organization, a union which has no members. And worse still, even if a union has members, the union that is unable to coordinate with the fellow trade unions. It is very important, therefore, that even as we continue with this exercise, we really stand to the task. We must organize members in our unions. Where we find resistance, let's come in solidarity. Let's work together. Let's stop registration of trade unions. Let's come together and make sure that even those ones which are registered can be merged. Me, I'm ready to merge. I'm ready to merge with any other unions that are willing so that we can form one union. We don't need to have all this multiplicity. We have meetings, you introduce yourself general secretary of a union, and a union with no members. General secretary of a union without office. General secretary of a union that cannot even meet the very basic needs. These are not the type of trade unions we are going to build in Uganda. And I must tell you, colleagues, let's stop this pretense. Let's stop this pretense. A union having just 100 members. How can you also say you are going to negotiate with the government? And we want to create an impression that, oh, we are working very hard, but now someone else is responsible. When it is actually our own greed that is letting us down. Please let us reverse these methods of work and accept to come down. Me, I'm going to tell you these things. I have to tell you these things because I can have, over the years I've stayed, I have not seen anyone come up to speak about these things. Because every time people rise up to speak, they are threatened. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. Let it happen to me. But at least let's not keep pretending, because as far as we are concerned, we must be able to help the workers, the suffering workers outside there. We must abandon our own pursuit of our own selfish interests, primarily, and focus on the interests of the working people in Uganda. Coming back finally on the point of the national centers, Notu and Koftu. Notu and Koftu are not necessary in the way they are. We need one national center. One national center, and effort should be put in place to ensure that Notu and Koftu come together and we work as one entity. What is it that Koftu is looking for, which is different from what Notu is looking for? What is it that Notu stands for, which is different from what Koftu stands for? Other than just coining around words and having imaginations of things that we know very well are not there. Some of them are actually just imaginations of things that you think must be done. Imagining does not make it real. When I imagine I want to be like this, does not make it real. Because realities are very different. Then we start clashing in government departments. We clash, I'm from Koftu, I'm from Notu. What is this? What is this really? With all the years we have spent in the labor movement, we want to continue fighting this kind of wars. We want to fight these very useless wars. I want to say this has been one of the major reasons why the workers of Uganda have failed to get social and economic justice. We are going to be able to find out why some of these problems are happening, but while we do that, let's continue maintaining a level of cooperation that's going to keep us. We'll continue working together as a team. Thank you very much.